Hey guys, it's Lyda Garcia here from the Department of Animal Sciences from the Meat Science program at The Ohio State University. I just wanted to take a little time just to try to answer some of the fundamental questions when we're talking about Thanksgiving dinner and that nice butterball turkey. So one of the questions that I often get, should we wash the turkey? And so I'll say, food safety experts and USDA don't recommend you washing your turkey, only because if there are some potential harmful bacteria, you run the risk of spreading this bacteria out to your kitchen sink, out on sponges, paper towels, and so forth. So the best recommendation that we all have is that when you remove that meat product from its package, you take it straight into that pan. That way, so when you do set your roaster or you do set your oven at a minimum of 325 degrees Fahrenheit, then we stand a better chance of destroying the bacteria. How do I know what size of turkey to buy for my Thanksgiving dinner? And I'll say, what we do estimate is about 1 to 1.5 pounds per person. Now, if you know your guests like a little bit more of the white meat, then I would recommend that you look for a bigger turkey so that you could have a larger breast meat. Is a disposable pop-up thermometer the best way to go when determining internal temperature? I'll share that when they first developed these disposable pop-up thermometers, they had the best intention. And the whole point was because the average consumer does not use a thermometer when cooking, they wanted to try to eliminate any potential problems that we may have regarding foodborne illness. These pop-up thermometers will pop up at about 175 degrees internal temperature, which by this time the turkey is going to be most likely dry. And it's also popped up as low as to 139 degrees Fahrenheit, which does pose a problem or a risk for a food safety or a foodborne illness. And so the best recommendation that we have is that you use a conventional thermometer. And when you do use a conventional thermometer, it's very important that you place that probe at the thickest part of that breast at multiple locations, along with in the thigh, not hitting the bone. Again, when cooking a poultry meat product, such as a turkey or a chicken, we want to shoot for 165 degrees temperature. So another question that I do get is, how can I prevent my turkey from drying out? The consumer has so many options to choose from. So there you have your all-natural, your organic type poultries, and then you have poultry products that do come enhanced with a water-based solution. And so usually what I'll do is I'll purposely look for that water-based solution added to my poultry that normally comes with water and salt and a phosphate. The phosphates are intended to increase water holding capacity. So basically what that does is if you do happen to overcook your turkey or your chicken beyond 165 degrees, then you still stand a good chance of it still remaining moist. Another question that I do receive is, how often should I baste my turkey to keep it moist? Well, the one thing that I do want to share is that basting has nothing to do with moisture. It doesn't add any moisture back to the product. It's really intended to give that turkey, that chicken, that golden brown crisp skin. Once the turkey is cooked, does it really matter how long I leave it out? And my answer is, of course. According to the Centers for Disease Control, they often report cases of increased foodborne illnesses, primarily highest around the holiday season. One of the big things is, because of the type of bacteria or the harmful bacteria that we're dealing with, they won't always show us symptoms or signs that there is actually spoilage. And so one thing that we do have to keep in mind is we want to keep it clean, we want to keep it covered, and we want to keep it cold. And so when we actually do have, or we are in a setting with large numbers of people and food everywhere, we don't want to exceed more than 2 hours. And so we always need to keep in mind who our audience is. There are groups of people who are more vulnerable to foodborne illnesses than others. And these groups include young children, senior citizens, and then those who have a weak immune system.